First, legal maxim or qawaid al-fiqhiyah is the principle of Islamic law and used to reduce many rules of fiqh, meant to safeguard human interests and are in conformity with the rules of Sharia. Words used or contained in the legal maxim are sometimes derived from the Quran or Hadith, that it further developed by jurists over time. Next, economic can be defined as a social, behavior, and interdisciplinary science where the research focuses on explaining decision makers' action. Economic theories depend entirely on the physical or subjective factors. Furthermore, fiqh legal maxims are important to structure and systematize the law so it can be used as base of ruling for new cases. Legal maxims also have significant effect on the jury's knowledge.
Legal maxims also contribute to the implementation of the SDG goals, among which are Goal 8, which is to promote inclusive and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. And also Goal 10, which is reducing inequality. Fiqh legal maxims play a role in providing decent work and contributing economic growth. In Goal 8, and the principle of elimination of losses helps Islamic finance in terms of the security of its stakeholders. For example, a sale and purchase contract can be cancelled or can be revoked if it harms one of the two parties. Fiqh legal maxims also plays a very important role in realizing the Goal 10, which is reducing inequality. Fiqh legal maxim can be seen as a medium to promote equality among people. For instance, the first principle, which is acts are judged by the intention behind them, stated that acts are valued by the underlying intentions. In terms of contract, some might be forced to do it. Thus, contracts are to be understood by its intention or substance instead of the phrases and words.
In discussing about the relationship between fiqh legal maxims and Islamic economics, qawaid fiqhiyah will be used as the subject instead of qawaid usuliyah. Qawaid fiqhiyah is related to economics as it discusses laws that are more general in nature than qawaid usuliyah that discusses more on general Sharia arguments. The relationship between fiqh legal maxims and economic theories can be proven by the support of fiqh legal maxims or qawaid fiqhiyah in providing justification and legitimacy for all economic activities of Muslims. Besides, it is very helpful for Muslims in discussing Islamic economic law because some problem or issue do not have definite arguments in the Quran or Hadith that can be used as the direct reference. Fiqh legal maxims and economic theories are both significant tools. They play own roles in helping the economy and society. We can see from both tools, legal maxims are permanent, even though the time and situation changed. It is a principle that has been stated in the Quran long ago, while economic theory shifts from time to time and from society to society. It established along with the change in time to adapt with the current economic situation. Fiqh legal maxims is originated from Allah the Almighty, while economic theory is based on man-made. Apart from that, legal maxims cater individual issues, while economic theory referred to the aggregate of human group and society. In legal maxims, based on the judgment, they will classify the issue, either it is right or wrong or fall between both. Economic theory, on the other hand, their aim is to explain the behavior of the human group based on the economic phenomenon where there is no right or wrong.
the discussions of the benefits of having legal maxim in the economic compared to only economic theories by conventional tool. According to the article Methods and Methodologies in the Fiqh and Islamic Economics, it states that when it is forbidden to take a thing, it also forbidden to give it. So, while legal maxim expressed to us when we receive a particular thing which is considered prohibited, it also restricted to us from offering it to others. For example, according to Islamic law, the act of bribery, corruptions, and also usury is forbidden. Besides, in the conventional economics, usury considered as interest, which is the excess amount that has been charged over the credit amount to the debtor. While in the Islamic economy, usury known as riba, which is considered haram in Islam. When we refer to the Noble Quran, Allah has stated in the Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 275, which means, they say, trade is just like interest, but Allah has permitted trade and has forbidden interest. This ayah indicates that trade is where an item is exchanged and the money of it considered profit earned, while interest known as riba is the additional amount paid by the debtor, and this amount still be compound until payment is settled. Next, fixed legal maxim also introduced the principle of certainty cannot be removed by doubt. That maxim indicates doubt may not reject certainty judgment since it is established by clear evidence and proof, and it is not acceptable if the proof is lesser strength than the latter in order to minimize difficult consequence. For example, someone considered have a debt when other people or society if that contract can be proved such as with written documents, recorded videos, or image that a person has a debt. Same goes with a partnership contract, where profit and loss is determined based on the agreement between the partner at the beginning of making contract. Each partner will be borne with equal burden, risk, profit, and also provide capital based on the contract that agreed. Furthermore, another principle is hardship begets facility, where Islamic Banker Resources Center has defined it as necessity to lighten the burden and to neglect rules in special circumstances if it will lead to hardship. This principal objective is to lessen the difficulty of humans to help them to focus more on worshipping Allah. When we refer in the Quran in the Surah Al-Baqarah verse 185, which means Allah intend for you is and He does not want to make things difficult for you. From that verse, we know that there is always an alternative way for us to go if we cannot bear with any of the acts. Hence, in order to alleviate human suffering, Allah introduced ruqsah to us, which means an exceptional hook from preventive ahkam. An example of a situation that has the applications of ruqsah is Muslim traveler can do jama' and qasar prayer, and they also get an exclusions to perform fasting during the month of Ramadan. Apart from that, regarding the maxims, the necessities are also given when someone is renting the house. That person only needs to pay the rent when he stays in there, but when he does not stay there because of traveling, he would not be imposed any payment on that house at that moment. In conclusion, people can appreciate their life without bearing any overwhelming burden that could make their living tougher by using fixed legal maxim in economics. The fourth discussion is about the issue rising and the role of fixed legal maxim. After applying conventional economic theory, there are certain things that are determined as prohibited in their implementation according to Islamic law, but it is allowed to use fiqhiyah principles. The first one is letter of credit financings. Basically, it refers to financing provided in order to facilitate customer import or export transactions. The form of the facility is in the form of taking over payment responsibility by another party to make payment to the party receiving the guarantee based on the term and condition determined and agreed upon. There are three rules are used as follows. The second implementation according to Islamic law is buying and selling parallel istisna. Istisna can be defined as a contract that is carried out by someone to make a certain item for the accountable, which means that the contract is an agreement to buy something that will be made by someone. According to Hanafiya ulama, this contract is permitted based on the istisna argument, which is shown by the habits of the people who carry out this contract throughout the age without anyone denying it to become ijma, without anyone rejecting it. There are 5 rules can be used in this concept, which 3 of these are the same rules used in the issue of letter of credit financing. The last issue is about Sharia current account financing. It is carried out with wa'ad, which is argument for wakalah in carry out 2 things. The first one is purchasing goods needed by customers and selling them in a murabahah way to customers. The second is ijarah, or renting goods and services needed by the customer and renting it again to that customer.
After understanding the benefits and importance of legal maxim to economics, we supposedly want to apply the legal maxim along with economic theories widely. That means not only us who apply, but also other people. There are some suggestions that could improve the usage of legal maxim in economy.
First, before we promote our products or services to customers, we need to make sure we have enough information from Sharia advisory about the product or services, whether it is prohibited or allowed in legal maxim. In order to have good Sharia advisory, the government needs to improve the standard of the economic education system. The improvement may come from hiring qualified teachers and providing good learning facilities such as internet access in study areas and updating study materials. This way could benefit the economic system to attain more educational and professional apprenticeship for a better economic in the future. Second, the government should also spread the awareness and importance of legal maxim along with economic theories widely. This situation should focus on the rural area that is sometimes left behind from receiving the updated information due to lack of development technology. They can build a Sharia agent squad that take responsibility to connect and circulate the right information and data regarding legal maxim. To conclude, legal maxim bring benefits to us. It provides justice in making fair economic decisions between parties. Legal maxim also reduce inequality by removing harmful things to stakeholders that have increased the security of them. However, when we add legal maxim to the conventional economic theories, certain things should be determined, such as letter of credit financing, buying and selling para istisna, and Sharia current financing. In addition, the usage of legal maxim and economic theories is different. Legal maxim concept is permanent, that means can be used in all time, unlike economic theories that can change depends on time and situation. Next difference is legal maxim referring to an individual maker, Allah the Almighty, while economic theories refers to aggregate of human group and society.